today I want to take a look at part of Ron's dad's set. This is a part of the group of items that came, and I've did a series of videos called the Inheritance set, and I wanted to try to get a little more done on this. The hope is that I can get everything cleaned up and restored and find someone that would be interested in kind of taking everything together so that it would all stay together, because I think that's probably Ron's wish and his family's wish. And there was a couple interesting things about this. It came with an original box here, and so that's kind of cool. See, it's got the sticker on it. It says $12.95. I'm pretty sure that was the price. From New Haven, Connecticut. Got some personal Bob Marsh, it looks like, on there. Bin 677 or 667, I guess. And then here at the bottom it says shipped to Kramer Bros Corporation, Newark, New Jersey. So this is probably where this all originated from. I don't know if the owner would have received it from this location or if that would have been moved. As you can see here, we've got a great looking barrel loader. Now it's pretty dirty. I'm going to see if I can get it cleaned up. Also have no idea how long it's been since this thing operated, and oftentimes the lubricants that were used back in the day get gelled up. We also are missing the pin that goes here, so as this bar comes back, it tips this up and dumps the barrels, which are on this incline, into the waiting tow motor. And so I'm going to see about fabricating a replacement pin. It does have the original control, has the original tow truck here, or fork truck, or whatever you want to call it. Looks like the steering wheel is broken, but definitely a metal man here. And this front piece, which sometimes gets lost, is present. So all in all, kind of cool. And again, this is part of a set where most of the items appear to have been from approximately 1947. So let's first of all see if we get any action. If we put some power to this guy, see if it moves. Both knurled nuts are here. That's nice. That's not always the case. Nothing. No movement. Okay, make sure that my wires are not compromised. Okay, well, I guess before I go any further, I want to see if I can figure out why we have no response from the motor. And I've never taken one of these apart. No time like the present. What's a little bit challenging to see here is once I have the gearbox cover off, there's a series of worm gears, and as I mentioned before, the idea is to get the spinning motion transmitted from horizontal to vertical, and there's also a gear reduction that happens in this little assembly here. And so I spent quite a bit of time using a pick and literally picking the hard grease out of the gears, between the gears and whatnot, and then replacing it with fresh lubricant. I chose in this case to use a silicone-based lightweight lubricant grease, and then I also added a little bit of oil to the mix just for good measure. Okay, so 44 minutes later, just curious if we get some smoother motion. Watching the travel of the gear when it comes into a little bit of resistance. See how it shoots over there? Makes me wonder. I think I'm going to adjust that little thrust, this thrust bushing here, washer, whatever it is. If I can get this loose, that is. That's better. Still gives it some travel, but okay. Good. Welcome back. So while you were away, I polished up the knurled nuts here, finished doing the top, and it's better. I got a lot of the schmutz that was on there off. I did the ramp and the steps here. Still have some more to do around the edge, but thought I'd bring you back. So it's tough to clean this stuff. A lot of elbow grease. Soap and water can work sometimes. Sometimes you got to resort to other cleaners. Sometimes CRC 226. So I know, isn't that crazy? I don't know why, and I'm sure there's going to be people out there that blast me for this, but I find that it cleans a lot of surfaces. And for example, the side of the house here, let's just see what happens when we put a little bit on a rag. Again, we got some elbow grease going on here. I'm rubbing, but you can see it's coming off. I'm getting a little bit of paint on my rag, but I'm also getting a lot of this whatever that's on here off. This might be like aluminum or whatever those barrels are made out of, rubbing on here for years and years and years and years. So you can see we're making some gains here. It does leave a little bit of a shine, but I find that the shine disappears pretty quickly, usually a day or two and it's gone. Okay, so I don't know if you saw how little I put on my rag, but pretty small amount. Today, as we take a moment to step back into the American Flyer Research Labs, I wanted to take a little bit of a history lesson into the 779 oil drum loader. One of the things that I kind of assumed, I don't know why, but I just assumed that oil drum loaders are a pretty common Flyer accessory. Seems like I see them a lot, and I hear a lot of people talk about them. And so, you know, as I prepared myself to dive into resources to find out a little bit more about this set. I figured, oh, it's probably, variation 1, 3, 5, and 7, and on and on and on. But that's not right. So we have the number 779, and according to our friend Doyle here, this was produced for a pretty short amount of time, 55, 56. And I went looking through the pages here to say, where's all the other oil drum loaders? And the only other one that was produced was a 5-digit, and that was only produced from 57 through 61. Now, again, these look identical, including the stamping on the control that comes with them. But that surprised me. I thought there would be a lot more, and they both rated at a scarcity of 5, so that just means, again, there's not that many of them. And I also thought I'd also take a look here at another reference that I have on all things flyer, in a sense, and this is from our friends Greenberg, where they compiled all the flyer manuals. And here you see at the top, there's only 2 different part numbers listed. We have a parts list and then a schematic of how everything goes together. And so it's helpful to have something like this if you're needing to do repairs. And fortunately, in the case of this particular unit, while it didn't operate when I first started working on it, after cleaning and lubricating everything, it sprung back to life. And as you'll see in the video, I did need to add a few missing parts, but by and large, it was in operating condition, which is always very, very nice. Welcome back. Let's see what we got here. I've got the structure back together with screws. I've got everything cleaned without going completely obsessive. There's still, little bits that aren't ideal, but overall, I think we're in good shape. Just wanted to check operation. This looks like it's running good. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is look at fabricating a pin that would go in here. I looked at mine, and basically we're looking for a pin that goes through here and has a 90-degree turn on the end. And I was thinking that I had potentially just the critter. Nope, too big. Okay, well, I thought maybe that nail would be perfect. Let's see. I ended up not being able to find anything that would work for a pin. I don't probably have the best options there. So I took a finishing nail, similar to this one, but a lot longer, and turned it down. And managed to snap it off, but fortunately the part that snapped off was still long enough that I could put my 90 bend on the end, and then after I did that, put it in, it was still, there's a little bit of a burring on there. I don't have the best lathe skills to be sure, so I used my flopper wheel to clean that up a little bit. And let's see what we've got now here. Okay, put a barrel in there, turn our on, see what we get. Hey, 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 hey. All right. Here is the oil drum loader from the Heritage series after being cleaned and restored. And here we'll go ahead and put it through some paces. Works very nicely, as you would expect a flyer accessory to. Comes with a switch, though I'm not using that at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed this little repair video and have enjoyed this series. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, enjoy those American Flyer trains, and God bless.